Zinchenko, if that's okay.
Yeah.
People always, and the fans are talking about, oh, he brings so much going forward, but they say he's sometimes a bit of a liability at the back. How do you see that, and is that how it works in your mind?
But every player's got, qualities that are so good in certain things and you lose in other things. Like when you have a blanket and you are cold and you will try to say, okay, I'm cold here. And I go like this and then my feet are cold. Then I want to put my feet there and then I'm colder here. It's with every player, with every system, with every formation, you have to find the right balance. With Alex, the win rate that we have is incredibly high. That's it. And he's an exceptional player. He gives us so much and we are so happy to have him.
And what is it that he brings that you think makes that win rate so high?
Well, he makes us more dominant, the way he progresses the ball, the way he defends forward. He's really intuitive. He has so much courage to play. In any ground you put him, he wants the ball, he wants to play, he wants to take opportunities to damage the opponent, and I love that about him.
And we hear a lot about his sort of personality, seen in his character, he's a bit of a joker. But what's he been like and what's he done to that dressing room, do you think?
He's a huge contributor to that. He can change the energy in the room. He's got a special sense of humor. He connects with people in a special way. I know him for years, and you need people like this in the dressing room, that's for sure.
Can I just ask you, I don't know if there's talk about Nick Pope getting injured by Newcastle. There's talk of them maybe coming in and trying to get Aaron Ramsdale in January. Is that something that the club would ever entertain? Maybe strengthening a title rival in the season?
I want Aaron with us. I'm really happy to have two very, very good goalkeepers, and Aaron is staying with us.
Do you see it as becoming a problem? There's been talk of him wanting to play because he needs to play for England at the Euros and not having regular football. Is that going to become an issue, do you think, next year?
I don't expect so.
Have you spoken to Aaron about it?
Yes.
He's
willing to play like any player. He wants to play. He wants to play for Arsenal. That's what he wants to do. And then the other is a consequence. But as well for England, it's not like he has started a lot of games. So hopefully we can help him to be better here so then he can play with England.
You can't afford to let anyone go. Obviously, especially goalie, if Raya gets injured, it's too much of a risk anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, we want to be better. So we want to add to already what we have. That's the intention that we have.
Gary?
So obviously Josh was here on would you, and you just said about adding, would you have spoken about what you might do in January when you sort of look back maybe to a year ago, what you didn't do there, and now coming up to this January in a very similar position as Kaya said, and I guess is there funds to do something, and is your plan to kind of put your foot on the accelerator?
Well, when we get to December, we will see where we are, what we need, what the injury update is as well, when we're going to recover certain players, and we will assess. We already have a plan in place to make sure that we can be proactive if something has to be done. That's our job. And we discuss about every single possibility, not only the staff, with players, but with the staff as well, the direction of the club, a lot of things, and it's great to have him.
But last year you were quite aggressive with trying to go from Mudryk and obviously Caicedo, and you obviously were quite, and then you had to kind of do a slight detour. Will you be as aggressive this January?
Well, depending, because sometimes there are opportunities in the market, or the team needs something that it doesn't have, or something comes up that you don't expect. So you have to be prepared, that's for sure. And last year there were certain things that we could not do in the summer as well at the end, that we wanted to address in January, and we were still not able to do them.
I can just ask you, talking about sort of what you do and not what City do, but towards the end of last season when they were on this run of just momentum, win after win, it must sort of somehow translate to people here, that they are just win after win. So do you feel, have you got any sort of target in mind of many points you think a little gap you think you would need just to give you a little bit of a cushion?
Yeah, 96 to 100, I think you win the league. That's the cushion.
96 to 100. Because last year you said it was 90 when I asked you. You said
So I say a number there, you don't like the number. You want me to change the number?
With Kai Havertz, obviously every game he's featured in at some point, whether he starts or whether he's come off the bench. In terms of starting and coming off the bench, what different aspects does he bring in them two scenarios?
Well, first of all, it shows the availability that he's had and the consistency that he's showing to play. He's the only player I think he's played all the 21 games, so that's a huge credit for him. And then, in relation to his form, in relation to what the opponent are doing, how the team is performing, how we can change the game. But I think it's been very good, very positive in both.
So far this season, like last season, you've had a number of goal scorers across the team without having one particular player that's gone on to score 15, 20 a season. Looking forward, if you were to go for a striker in the January window, what do you think? Do you think you need that kind of striker that can bring 15, 20 a season, or are you happy to have it the way it is, where it's a wide street?
At the end, you need goals. I think how many we scored at the end in the last year? 100 and something goals. You know, at the end they have to come. The goals have to come. The clean sheet have to be there. The amount of goals you concede. So that ratio balance has to be really balanced. And when a player in the market is like that, but the only focus is to increase the level and the quality of the players that we have here, so they can elevate those numbers. And last year they were players with big numbers, especially the attacking midfielders and wingers.
And with the FA charge situation, is there any frustration from you that they're taking so long to confirm what punishment there could possibly be? Because the way it is, if it keeps, they've got till Friday, and if they wait till then you might have ramifications for the Liverpool game coming on. Would you prefer them to just get this out of the way?
It's part of the process. You have to respect that process and try to be as clear as possible in your assessment and explaining what happened, and the rest is not in my hands.
Okay, last couple now, Neil.
Yeah, just to clarify, just your question to Mark about Ramsdale. Can you categorically say you won't leave in January?
You want me to put my 5 fingers, or I cannot. I won't do that to any player. Any player. I cannot tell you on any Arsenal player that is not going to leave in January, or he's going to stay here for the next 3 years.
Can you say you won't go to Newcastle then? Can you say that?
I won't say that non-player is going to go to Newcastle, or non-member of the staff either. So I won't say it. If you say yes or no, I won't say it.
Okay, finally we'll go to 12 o'clock tomorrow with Simon.
Is that clear or no? Player. I won't say it for any player. No, any player of the staff, I guarantee you that is not going to be leaving in January.
Can't guarantee anyone.
No, I cannot guarantee that nobody is going to be leaving in January to Newcastle or any other club. So it's a no. Clear? Good.